quick update on the Banshee, you guys. So we started putting the frame together. Hopefully, I think you guys agree with me. It looks pretty decent. I don't think it looks horrible, but it doesn't look good at all either. I mean, it does look good. The paint job is alright though. It's not my best, but I like the red, bright red. It looks good. Anyways, so we were putting together pretty much the quad, and I guess now figuring out the last of the things that we might need here. And it's kind of a lot, you guys. So I put on these bars, and they look kind of fat, but I guess they work. I don't know. The right here, the thickness is still the 7/8. I'm missing 2 bolts. Another thing I figured out is the ball joints are a little jacked up, but I'm gonna wait and see till I ride it, I guess, and see how bad it really is. I was missing the bolts to the calipers. I'm missing the brake shield, not the brake shield, the brake disc on both sides, you guys. I missed that, totally missed it. Another thing, had to swap the bushings, and then even the top one here, but like, I don't know if you guys can see that, but it has too much play in it, the bolt. I don't know, that one's kind of funky, but point of the story is I had to take off the bushings from these. I don't know if these were the ones that the guy was running originally on this thing, and like swap the bushings because the bottom was like pretty loose. It basically didn't even have that like little sleeve through it, and I was like, what the hell's going on? I ended up figuring that out. Put the radiator in, put the brake lines. I put the wiring how I guess it was before. The only right peg that I have is on the handlebars. And then another thing, you guys, so I figured out the swing arm is missing the swing arm arm. I don't know what else it would be called, the one that goes right here with the shock. Also, the swing arm bolt is wrong. I don't know if it's too big or too thick, but it doesn't go through the little the sleeve, I guess, of the swing arm through here. I was putting it through, and it does not want to go through, you guys. So fail on that. We need a swing arm bolt, the brake disc rotors, the what else? There's a couple other things. Another thing that I found out too, so there's no clutch cable, which I think we figured that out last time. There's no clutch hold down that goes on top of the cases. There's that. What else? There was a couple of other things. So I figured out that the coil on here is cut. I don't know why. So I need to get a new one. What else? I think that was pretty much it, you guys. Oh, the tie rods. The tie rods are coming in on Tuesday. I know that for sure. Those I had already known that they were missing. But yeah, I'm pretty upset, you guys. So the swing arm's not on. I mean, it's getting there, but there's a whole lot of work to be done to it. And still a lot of parts missing, I guess. I wanted to have it on the floor with the wheels on, at least today, and I guess that's not going to happen now. I mean, I could put the front wheels on, but it's still the same thing. So that's the update on the Banshee, you guys. It's getting there. It's looking pretty decent. Okay, so we've reached the point where we're pretty much ready to put the pistons on and then the cylinders on. So I'm gonna basically just loop everything up, make sure it's all good to go. I already cleaned the surfaces, same thing as last time. If you guys haven't watched the last video of the Banshee, you should definitely watch that one. I'm gonna just lube up the bearings for the wrist pins. I'm just using some 2-stroke oil, some AMS oil. Is it AMS oil? Yeah, AMS oil. Alright, I already put on my piston rings on and then my circ clips on the inside, so now all I need to do is just start putting this together. I have a little bit of oil, so I'm gonna lube up my wrist pin. I was thinking it was like the 4 strokes where you put the bearing in first, but make sure your exhaust side is painted, pointing forward, and eBay. Let's get everything on here. Just lubing everything up pretty good. Oh, Jesus, I almost lost it. There we go. Alright, now we can put our circ clips on each side. I always like push it both ways just to make sure everything's where it needs to be at. Cool. So we got that. Next, I'm gonna put my base gaskets on. Right on. And then I'm gonna lube up my piston rings, and then I'm gonna get ready to slide in my cylinders. And then I'll probably lube up the cylinders also. And you want to make sure that they're where they're supposed to be at also on those, I think they're the dowel pins. Actually, I'm going to start by doing this side first since this one's already up. And we're just going to close them in. Now this one, put piston rings down. Just making sure everything moves freely. I haven't tied it all down, but I'm holding it, so should be good on that. Alright you guys, so the bottom ones here, they're going to be torqued down to 20 foot-pounds. There's 4 on each cylinder, so once you do that, you're going to be ready to put on your gasket for the top. And you want to make sure the word up is visible, so you could pretty much read it like this. Obviously, if you were to put it this way, it's backwards, so you know it's wrong. And you definitely want to make sure it goes down evenly without forcing it. Alright you guys, had to like wrestle this head gasket in. It was pretty terrible. Then you're gonna have your head. I'm gonna go ahead and clean mine up with some sandpaper real quick, so I'll be back. There we go, it's all cleaned up now you guys. Looks a lot better. And don't forget to put this on first too, and then with the gasket in the center, then you're going to want to put this like this. And then you have your washers. These are not it. They should all have washers. I know mine probably don't, because I'm missing everything on this quad. I will find some washers though. I'm gonna find some washers and then we'll put all these on. So funny thing you guys, I was just saying, oh, I'm missing the washers for the head bolts, right? And I don't know why when I bought it, I remember the guy telling me something about these nuts, right? It was like, counted them, said like 16 or something. Thought he said maybe 12, so I'm like, alright, it's probably the head bolts. So these actually go to the wheels. And I don't have any head bolts, so now I am here putting this together, and I didn't even think to check that. But as you can see, they don't go there. Um, that makes more sense now, because there was these bigger washers, and I'm like, that's kind of weird. So these go to the wheels. At least I have the wheel bolts. And there is, I think, 16, 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 13. I have 13, so that's alright. At least one will be only missing. Anyways, yeah, so I guess that's it for the video, you guys. Missing the head bolts, so we'll go get those checked out. I was putting on the stator. All I did was put the wiring through the case hole here, and then I just gotta put the screws on, and then we're just gonna wait for the clutch. So you guys stay tuned for the next video, and working on this Banshee. We will get it finished hopefully here pretty soon. Thank you guys for watching. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. Peace, y'all. I got a lot of progress done. I didn't film a whole lot of it because it's just me assembling the frame. But as you guys saw from what it came from, like when I first got it, it was just a pile of parts. We're actually starting to see some progress now, and I had to get a couple of parts like the front brake discs, the swing arm bolt, because the one I got from Amazon was wrong. It was too thick. And then where I think it's called like the dog bone, the arm relay that goes under the shock, I had to get that. I had to get some foot pegs, so I gotta put those on, but the handlebars are on, the radiator's on, the front suspension's on. I had to swap the suspension from the old control arms to the new ones because the bushings were different. Just a bunch of stuff, you guys, and it wasn't even worth recording for me. I just wanted to get as much as I could done, so hopefully today I can get as much as I can done also. But here's what I have so far. Hopefully it's looking more like a Banshee now, and the frame's all painted as you guys saw before, so that's pretty awesome. It's gonna look great. So let's check it out and let's get into today's video, and let's see how much progress we can make today. This is what I have so far, you guys. I was just about to put the back wheels on, and then trying to kind of settle out where everything is supposed to be, and we're gonna actually have a rolling chassis. I just need to tighten down some bolts. I still need to tighten down the swing arm bolt, shock, the dog bone under the shock down here, and yeah, pretty much I got the tie rods on. I did that too. We got new tie rods. I just need to tighten those up, but I was kind of waiting until everything gets kind of lined up and seeing where everything's at, and then we could do that. But huge amount of progress, you guys, and I had to go to my local Bob's to pick these up. So I got those. Those were missing up front. The dog bone, the swing arm bolt. I got these foot pegs. They're from a Blaster, but I'm just gonna put them on both sides. They might be a little different, or actually I'm just gonna put on the left one. And then I have a shorter shifter for it too. I got some fuel line I know I'm gonna need. Oh, I got this little bracket for the clutch. It's like off of a Warrior, but I'm gonna try and figure out how I can make it work with the Banshee, because if not, this is literally the last piece I need to bolt down the clutch cable. The clutch cable isn't coming until Tuesday. Today is Saturday, so we do have to wait a couple of days, but regardless, it's fine. No big deal there. So we're gonna make a whole lot of progress today, you guys. Maybe at least get the engine in, the wheels on, tighten down everything, and yeah, I think that's it. Also, I got some head bolts for the head. I'm just gonna torque that to spec, and then it's pretty much ready to go to get thrown on here, you guys. But huge amount of progress. I'm working on the plastics outside. I'm trying to make those look as best as possible. I got a plastic welder from Harbor Freight. We'll see how good it does. I took the front plastic off, and I don't know if you guys remember, it was cracked, so I'm going to try and fix that. If not, I'm going to just leave it as is, the best as I can. If I do end up selling it, I'll probably just throw in some extra plastics to whoever buys it and, you know, call it a day at that. But yeah, huge progress, you guys. So let's get into today's video. Let's start working on this thing. So now we're going to move on to putting our front rotors or brake discs up front. Just taking off the wheels because I can just put them on there just so it would be a roller. Take this off. We just need to mount it on here. Looks to be like they are going to fit. So I'm going to find some bolts for these real quick, and then we should be able to mount them, and then everything should be going back together, and then including our caliper here. I'll just take that off and slide it over. So again, another issue that I ran into with the Banshee, I don't have the right nuts and bolts for this, so I had to run down to Ace Hardware. Of course, this thing's like partying me to death. There's like screws everywhere missing on it. I found these little guys, the like I don't know what you call them, but they're the rounded tops with the hex, and they seem to fit pretty good. I already put this side on. As you can see, nothing's binded up. Oh, well, right now it is. Nothing's binded up, spins and everything. I forgot I just need to tighten these bolts, the control arm, the nuts. And then I'm going to put these on, and then pretty much I'll be finished with the whole front. I just need to tighten it all up, just like how I did the back, the shocks and all that stuff. But pretty much that'll be it. And then we can get started on doing the clutch. I finally got the clutch in for the engine. And then there was something else that I forgot I needed. Oh, the head bolts. I got the head bolts. So I just need to torque it down, but no big deal. But I'm going to do this, then I'll get back to you guys.